Hey guys, just welcome to another video. I've just got have a look at some new tools, or one of the new tools that I've actually bought for the arsenal that I have here, out at Outback Mini Models. Okay, so we got a new airbrush, not a real expensive one. As you guys know, I don't use expensive gear. I just like to have different airbrushes for uh, different paints and things like that. So what we got here is a new airbrush. So let's open the box. This is how they come packaged. Okay, it's just a plain old white box with no fancy artwork on the outside, shrink wrapped. These are brand new. I will put a link and a big shout out to Peter Knight, who I got these from. He's one of the guys here in Australia and also a dear friend of mine on Facebook, and a very talented modeler, to say. So, instructions are pretty basic in here. Okay, so it's a Model 130. Okay, it's a 7mm cup capacity, and it ranges from 15 to 60 psi. It has a 0.3 needle inside this airbrush. Okay, I wanted something that's going to do really fine detail, especially now that I'm sort of getting more comfortable with my painting style. Don't worry guys, there will be a tutorial with this airbrush. It's something I'm going to do today, hopefully. It's because I am getting a lot of questions. I'm just getting bombarded with questions, whether it's on my Facebook page, in person, okay, comments on my videos, or just people I meet. Some of my subscribers actually do meet in the hobby shops, like when I just... Yeah, which is pretty cool that some of you guys are actually recognising me out in public. And if you do see me out in public, definitely drop by and say good day. More than happy to talk to you guys. Okay, so as I said, we got just one-page instructions. It is a gravity-fed airbrush, okay, and you can see there, if you do want to pause the screen and have a little read, be my guest, feel free. Okay, so there you go there, and it's just a small diagram of the parts of the airbrush. Okay, and that's it. That's the instructions. Okay, so we're going to open this box up, and that's how it comes. There is nothing else in the box. I will put a link down below to Peter Knight's Facebook page. It's his personal page, so if you are interested, I'm pretty sure these do come in red as well. He was out of stock when I did buy them out of red, but he did ask me if I wanted an orange one. No, red, orange, it doesn't matter. Paint still comes out the same. Okay, so I did actually buy one of these for my little lady. She's just getting back into the hobby after a very, very long time, so I thought I'd grab her one as well. And I do thank Peter Knight for looking after me there as well. Price of these airbrushes, before I sort of get into it, I think he told me it was like $35. Posted anywhere around Australia. Okay, if you do live overseas, do message him. I'm not too sure if he does post overseas, but you'll have to message him and have a chat and just tell him that you've seen this video and I sent you guys over there. Okay, he doesn't have a lot of these in stock, but if he does run out, I'm pretty sure he'll be able to get some more for you guys. He has okayed for me to post a link up here on YouTube and send you guys over, so he will look after you. He's a really nice guy, and the service is very, very quick, especially in Australia. I literally waited like 3 days for this, and he lives like way on the southern part of the country. So we got a blister style sort of vacuum molded sort of tray that the airbrush comes in. So we do have the airbrush itself. We do have an eyedropper, so if you'd like myself and use these quite a fair bit for your thinners and paints and things like that, this will come in handy. We do have a air connection, so if you do run like a Badger style airline with a push-in hose, it does come with an adapter on the bottom, or if you do just have a standard 1/8 fitting to a water trap or something like that, you can also screw that in as well, or you can just run your airline straight to the airbrush. But if you live in Australia, or you do have problems with water coming out of the end because of the humidity, or whatever country you live in, I do recommend getting a water trap. as well as the one you got on your main compressor itself, because that will eliminate the water splatter on your paint job, especially if you're trying to spray fine detail. But that's another video, so if you do want to sort of know a bit more about that, feel free to comment and I can sort of run through with that as well. So back to it, and we do have a little spanner that comes in there to adjust the needle and things like that. Alright, so looking on the back, just to pull it apart, you do have a cup, a cup cap to stop spillage. So, and then the cup itself actually screws off for ease of clean, so if it does get caked up with paint, you can unscrew this and soak it. Okay, first thing I've noticed, this thing is really light. Okay, so do be careful, because I think it's made of aluminium or aluminum if you live in the States, and I've got to get used to hearing the word aluminum because my little lady is an American, so which is, yeah, all these we're going to get used to. So there you go. So be careful with that. Don't put a lot of pressure on this, especially side pressure, because you may crush this thing and the cap will no longer fit. But, and then you can easily clean there. You can run some kind of like pipe clean or something down there to clean the airbrush. Okay, all this comes off like a standard airbrush, so the nozzle cap does come off. So if you do want fine detail spraying, take that off. But you can also get aftermarket pinch tips for these as well. If you sort of look on eBay, kind of like this airbrush here, and we'll just do a quick test to see if this does fit off one of my other airbrushes before I start saying that it does work. It should do, because most of these threads are pretty much standard. So if I can, well, it's a little bit big, but just make sure that you find out the thread, and you should be able to get a tip for this, hopefully. But I'll try and hunt one down eventually for this thing, and if I do get one, I'll make another video. But it's a shame that it doesn't fit, because I don't really like spraying with the tip off. But it is one way you can get really fine details with this. Okay, I'm not going to take the rest of it apart because I don't want to damage, especially being a brand new airbrush. Okay, and then we got the tightener down the back here, and we've also got the needle adjuster on the back, so which I think that just comes out. Okay, so yeah, that'll be your adjuster on the back, just to make sure that, you know, when you pull the trigger back, see if you pull that push it all the way in, you can't push the needle or trigger back. It is a dual action. Okay, if you slowly unloosen the back end of it, you can pull the trigger further and further back. Alright, so that's what that is. Pretty simple body, very light. Okay, if you do want something light in your hands, especially if you're spraying for a long time, you don't want some heavy. Well, that's me personally anyway, guys. I don't like a heavy airbrush in my hands, especially if you're trying to do really fine fiddly work on your models, or, you know, it doesn't have to be modeling. Obviously, it could be just artwork in general if you are using an airbrush. But that's what this product sort of review is. Just have a look at what's in the box and what I think of it. I can't say anything bad so far, because it does feel nice. The build quality of this feels pretty good. The threads seem pretty nice and tight. There's no really loose fitting parts. It doesn't really wobble around all that much, or at all, I should say. But I will be doing a paint tutorial with this airbrush to see what I think about this, and just to show you guys how I post shade and pre-shade my models. So keep an eye out for that. I'm not too sure if I'll be recording it this way in this format and uploading, or I'll be going live. I'd say I'll be going live because of the length of the video. So do stay tuned for that. If I do go live, it will be in the archives as well once it's uploaded. So I'll be using my webcam for that. So yeah, like I said, keep an eye for that. So that's pretty much it, guys, of what this airbrush looks like. I do want to thank once again Peter Knight for getting these out to me and looking after me on the prices. Really do appreciate it. I will, like I said, I will put the link down below in the description box. So if you are interested in getting one of these, or if you just want to wait until I do a tutorial and really see how this thing sprays, you can also do that as well. So this is the Model 130 airbrush. So, thanks for watching, guys, and don't forget to subscribe if you're not subscribed to my channel. Give it a thumbs up if you like this video, or give it a thumbs down for whatever reason if you don't like it. It doesn't bother me, guys. It's no water off my back. Helps me out to let me know what you guys want to see, what you don't want to see. So have a great weekend, guys, and stay tuned for more videos by me, and happy modeling. Catch you later, guys. Bye bye.